With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Just like that, we're back! Once again, race fans, here on the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. The Split Decisions Turtle Shells Triple Threat fires things off here in the Ackerman Aviation Talladega 125. Last race before the championship cutoff. Who's going to take the top spot here tonight at the restrictor plate track? Adam Benefield, check that out. One of those Truck Series drivers sitting top of the speed charts right now, actually just knocked out of the top spot in that pole position, as qualifying already underway. 10 minutes in qualifying tonight here at Talladega Superspeedway for these drivers. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the track side. Dave's dollars out there gonna go up to, I believe it's $30 this week if you can guess the right amount of laps that these drivers are able to put in the 85-minute timed event. That's right, you heard it right, 85-minute timed event. 1 hour and 25 minutes. These drivers are going to go at it. Only local yellows, unless there is the big one to bring the field back together. Can you guess the amount of laps? Put it over there in the YouTube chat while you're there. Go ahead. Give these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash that bell over on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. With all that being said, let's throw a little bit of your qualifying information up over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Kayla McCarthy getting closer to climbing in her 24 Texas Roadhouse Xfinity Series machine. McCarthy sitting well in the point standings in that Xfinity class. You'll hear me mention that over the course of tonight's race. Cup cars out there, Xfinity cars, as well as the RV Gander Mountain trucks out there on the track all together at one time. That's one of the reasons why they call it the Triple Threat Series. To no one's surprise, right now, single car qualifying, those Cup cars are the fastest on the speedway. Nate Johnson is sitting in the provisional pole position, 51.81. That's going to be tied by Luke Smith, but he's going to fall short down to the 1,000th of a second. Luke Smith in that 10 machine, he's going to slot into the second position in qualifying here. Still a lot of drivers left to get in their qualifying laps. Still a ton already getting them in. 14 drivers on the speed charts already. We'll leave that qualifying information up for you for just a brief moment. But while we've got some time, why don't we go ahead and run down tonight's official point standings coming into Chase race number 4 just tonight. And one more night to go before we crown our champions. Ryan Johnson, the tiny horse out of Taz Motorsports. There you can see him top of the point standings chart, but he is not in the field tonight. Ryan Johnson may be in a must-win situation to try to snatch the championship next week when we head to, I believe it is Kansas, that we're going to fire things off for the championship night next week here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Richard Crane, Kayla McCarthy right there, top of their respective classes. Truck class driver, Xfinity class driver, sitting right there in very comfortable spot to possibly take the overall championship here. 4 championship trophies being handed out to next Friday night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Each class champion and then an overall champion. So which one of these drivers is going to walk away with a little more hardware than the rest? Halfway through qualifying, and we'll run down a little bit of your Cup class standings. There you can see Ryan Johnson, followed by Luke Smith, Kevin Bernheimer, Chris Wheeler, Thomas Myers, Lucas Gortman still right there, beginning to fall a little bit to the wayside. He's going to have a win to continue his championship hopes. That's going to lead us to this Xfinity class. Also a very close run here towards the top of the class. Kayla McCarthy leads Elijah Travis, William Klingbeil, Richard Rymuller right there in fourth, and Michael Gitchell rounds out the top 5. Don't forget about Jeffrey Ramsdale in that 97 machine. He's still within striking distance, only 16 points out from Kayla McCarthy. Truck class a little bit quicker, a little bit cleaner. There you can see only 6 drivers. William Percy no longer here in the field. Justin Wilson, Vinny Tabby, Patrick Gaspar, Adam Benefiel all chased down Richard Crane. Crane is in the field here tonight, but he is not out there on track, not putting in a timed lap. And, well, it's Talladega. I'm not really sure you need a qualifying lap unless you're chasing a championship point. So that was your overall as well as your individual class standings coming into tonight's chase race number 4 out of the 5 scheduled this 2021 season with Split Decisions Turtle Shells Triple Threat Series. Just a little bit under 3.5 minutes remaining in qualifying. Looks like we've only got about 4 drivers yet to put in their time lap. Richard Reimuller, Donald Kendrick, Richard Crane, and Michael Wayward yet to put in their time lap. Kendrick gonna go 19th on the speed charts with his first time lap. Kayla McCarthy jumps just outside of the top 10. She sits in 11th. And how about Thomas Myers? While we were going through the point standings, he's going to come up and snatch that pole position away. 51.72. Quick time for Myers. Looking to see if we're going to have anybody else jump out there on track, and it doesn't look like anybody else going to jump out there. McCarthy does improve on her second time lap. She'll jump just inside of the top 10. She'll lead that Xfinity class right there in the 8th position when we head to the starting grid. And with just about 2 minutes remaining, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break for a brief commercial break. Head back trackside for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Back trackside as the drivers make their way through final pre-race inspection. Everybody jumping to their starting spots. And already you can feel the tension in the air. You hear the bells in the background. It's time to run down tonight's Starting lineup for the Ackerman Aviation Talladega 125 here. Chase race number 4 for Split Decisions Racing's Triple Threat 2021 season. Thomas Myers gonna go top of the speed charts. Quick time for Myers, 51.72. He'll take that pole position lineup inside row number 1. A little bit of a hang up and a mishap. There you go. Nate Johnson in the 88 gonna line up just to his outside. Row number 2 here tonight. Luke Smith, followed by Kevin Bernheimer. Dave Gilbert, Tyler Rush back in row number 3. Row number 4, the 22 of Chris Wheeler, followed by your Xfinity Class points leader, the 24 Texas Roadhouse Machine, piloted by Kayla McCarthy. Jeffrey Ramsdale, William Klingbeil round out your top 10. 48 of Michael Gitchell right there in 11th starting spot, 12th just to his outside. The 51 of Elijah Travis. Row number 7 tonight, the 1 of Jonathan Cross, followed by that 99 of Patrick Anderson. Big slew of trucks back here from 15th on back. 16 of John Peterson, newcomer this week, gonna give himself a go at it here in the Split Decisions Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Just to his outside. Third, I believe, in the point standings in the truck series, the 86 of Patrick Gaspar. Another newcomer here tonight, Donald Kendrick in that 127. He'll line up just to the inside of Tyler Ziegler. Adam Benefield, Brandon Whitford right there in 20th position. Richard Mueller, Michael Wayward, and Richard Crane, all drivers that did not take a qualifying lap. They will start tail end of this field as they make their way off of turn number 4. We're set to go back. Green Flag Racing once again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. From myself, Dave in the Cave, and everybody else back at the headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you tuning in tonight. Gonna be a great night of restrictor plate racing. Long way to get to the restart box. Field will come to a head when Thomas Myers gets there. Upstate Al with the flag in hand. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Green Flag Racing here at Talladega Super Speedway. Everybody gets up through the gears. No little log jams going on whatsoever. As you can see, those cup cars already beginning to separate themselves. And Kayla McCarthy dropping 2 positions on the restart. There you can see the 24, third car in line now, as that 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdale leads the Xfinity class right there in 8th position. And already those top 7 drivers, those cup class drivers, beginning to separate themselves almost 2 seconds from this pack already right here. And it looks like this is where the action is going to be. Gonna have a big slew of cars back here chopping it up, mixing it up with each other all night long. Gonna have another slew of cars at the front. You will see some trucks mixed in with this pack right here, but we'll go back to the front for just a time being. Looks like everybody content to run single file right now. So with that being said, back to where the racing's at here at Talladega Super Speedway. Jeffrey Ramsdale still leads on that inside lane. The 48 just to his outside. Gitchell trying to make a run with Klingbeil, and I believe that's the 51 of Elijah Travis and the Rowdy Energy Machine. New paint scheme on that Toyota Supra for Travis. You'll see over on the timing and scoring the distances at the front of this pack very close to each other. They are all still nose to tail and already over a 6-second advantage from Nate Johnson back to Jeffrey Ramsdale, who now has a hard-charging Michael Gitchell to his outside. Big push out of that 83 of Klingbeil. That's going to bring that outside lane charging to the front. Does the 48 have enough to pass and clear to the bottom? Not just yet. They'll pull back even once again as Ramsdale charges into turn 1. see one driver struggling to keep pace. I believe that is the 131 of Brandon Whitford. Yes, it is there. You can see Whitford struggling just a little bit, and that is something you don't want to do. Not here, not this early at Talladega Superspeedway. Lose that lead pack. That is going to spell some trouble here. We'll jump a little bit further back up with this battle going on here in the Xfinity class. Ramsdale still hugging that double yellow line. It is your best friend. No passing allowed underneath it. And look at this, 3 wide for just a brief moment. Looks like one of the truck drivers, he's not wanting to play nice. He's wanting to move up a little bit more. That 86 wanting to hunt the front, but the gas bar is going to have to slot back in line. Thomas Myers, your pole sitter, still leads this race at the front of the field. Luke Smith, Dave Gilbert, Kevin Bernheimer is still right there with each other. We're staying back here with this pack, this second pack, and now 3 wide racing as the 86 goes to the high side. Patrick Anderson involved in this one. Here comes that 92 of Richard Reimuller up through the center. What will Michael Ayward do there? You can see him in that Ackerman Aviation machine. He's going 3 wide. He'll pass the 86. So the driver that wanted to go 3 wide to make up some spots, he ended up losing more than he made up with that attempt. He drops towards the tail end of this pack. Gonna check back in with the front of the field with this Cup car pack. There you can see a few drivers trying to get to the outside. Tyler Rush leading that high lane. Back in his 27 machine right there with the 28 of Kevin Bernheimer. He's got, I believe that is Chris Wheeler just behind him. Nate Johnson losing the lead pack. Johnson 4 seconds back, almost 5 now. And another almost 10 seconds back to Jeffrey Ramsdale. So already the speed out of those Cup cars is showing up, and it looks like we're starting to see maybe a little calculated move here. We've got 3 Cup drivers with 3 Cup drivers, 2 very distinct packs of 3 here with these Cup Series cars. Look for those drivers to kind of just hang out with each other and just kind of log these laps. Check out that 27, man. That is a sharp looking ride, not to mention Dave Gilbert's number 7 machine. That thing looks pretty sick as well. Look at that thing right there. 3rd car inside lane. The second pack gonna gain. And oh no, Chris Wheeler, he's losing touch here. Tyler Rush gonna jump to the outside, try to utilize the run, try to get up there and break up that Ford pack. It is a Ford 4 front. That's kind of hard. That's kind of weird. A 4 Ford front. 4 Fords at the front. You never say that too many times, huh? Tyler Rush, Chris Wheeler right there, 5th and 6th. Wheeler was able to regain some momentum and catch back up with that 27 of Tyler Rush. Now back to the 3-on-3 battle. Once again, we'll jump back through the back through the pack to the Xfinity class and these truck class drivers that are still mixed up. All one real big pack, all the way from 8th, looks like, to 21st on track, all running basically under a blanket as Patrick Anderson seems to have some trouble. He went to pit road, and it looks like his night very well may be done. Looks like having some electrical issues on that 99 truck. Down there scrambling around trying to get that thing fixed up. These drivers on screen scrambling around trying to get a position as well very early here tonight. Not a lot of time off of the stopwatch so far. About 6.5 minutes of racing so far. So still a very long way to go. And if you haven't already, if you've joined us here tonight, no matter where you're from, if you're on your computer, you're on your phone, your tablet, whatever, however you are joining us here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, head on over. Make sure you get to the YouTube side of things. Kevin Bernheimer with trouble. He was turned around on entry to pit road. What happened to Bernheimer there? Nonetheless, as we were saying, Dave's dollars on the line here tonight. As you can watch that stopwatch tick on down. How many laps will these drivers be able to complete in the 85-minute timed event? That's right, 1 hour and 25 minutes of straight restrictor plate racing action. Racing action week in and week out, to be a matter of fact. If you can guess the amount of laps these drivers are able to pull off in this 85-minute timed event, well, you win Dave's dollars, $30 on the line here tonight. You gotta put your lap count in the YouTube chat to make it official. Jeffrey Ramsdell out there with an 87 on the mind. 95 laps put in by Elijah Travis. I think these drivers are going to hit 100. I think they got it in them. I think they can run 250 miles in an hour and a half. I think they can. Mixing it up back here to, that 48 squeeze play. He's going to get stuck in the sucker hole. The 48 going to move to the backside. Here comes that 83 of William Klingbeil. He'll take over the lead of this Xfinity class, over the lead of this big pack, and you can start to see those truck drivers slotted in line down there on that inside lane. Adam Bitterfield leads that class. Richard Crane, Tyler Ziegler, Patrick Gaspar, and Brandon Whitford all right there lined up. Still side by side racing action back here from 7th on back. Your top 6 have broken away from the field. Thomas Myers, Luke Smith, Dave Gilbert, Chris Wheeler, Tyler Rush rounds out your top 5. Nate Johnson has lost a ton of ground. Johnson 20 seconds back from your race leaders. Another 7 seconds back from there. So if these drivers can kind of sort things out here, with Elijah Travis leading that outside lane there, you can see him stacking up, trying to look to the outside, get a little bit of air on the front end of their machines. If it looks like they're closing in on Nate Johnson, and if they can get a cup car involved in their pack, it very well may just play off into their favor as they continue to lose ground to those top 5. Speaking of your top 5, we'll go back up to the front real fast. Here you go, 4 of them all in a row. Chris Wheeler beginning to lose some ground. No, that's Tyler Rush. Tyler Rush in the 27 machine looks like he's losing some ground. Chris Wheeler right there trying to hold on to Dave Gilbert, Luke Smith, and Thomas Myers at the front of this field. And as we said, can you guess how many laps these drivers will get in? We'll get rid of that information right there on screen for you. Let's go ahead and give you a little bit of a cheat sheet right here. 13 laps on the board coming to start lap number 14 here tonight, and we are just 10 minutes into tonight's race, so that is 75 more minutes left here. How many laps will they get in? Can you win Dave's dollars? You gotta get your picks in. You've got about 15 more minutes to get those picks in over there on the YouTube side of things. And while you're there, while you're at it, join us in the push to 2,000 subscribers. Go ahead and toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. Still this 4-car pack at the front. They have now set sail. Left Tyler Rush all behind, and he is losing a ton of ground. 4 cars for your race lead. 77 of Thomas Myers, your race leader, still controls the front. Luke Smith, Dave Gilbert, Chris Wheeler are all in tow. Gonna jump back to this pack, the second pack on the track there. You can see William Klingbeil still leading that inside lane. The 48 of Michael Gitchell right there, right behind him. Elijah Travis still trying to get that outside lane going. just not actually getting any of the momentum. Doesn't look that car, looks like the car is actually gaining too much ground, just kind of hanging out, staying even right there. And as these drivers continue to race around this track at full throttle, we are right around 15 laps into tonight's race. When will these drivers have to hit pit road? And what will the strategy be? When do you take tires? Do you take tires? Unless we see a big one here tonight, we are going to stay green flag racing. Only local yellow cautions here in the Split Decisions Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. So if it's just a one-car wreck, a one-car spin, we will not see that caution flag fly. So what do? Do you get tires? Do you not get tires? How do you play this out? How do you work the strategy for that halfway break that we will see somewhere right about 40 to 45 laps? 40 to 45 minutes into tonight's race distance, we will see the field come to a crawl and go under the caution flag to kind of group things up, give these drivers a little bit of a breather and ready to run to the finish of tonight's race. Just about 14 minutes into the Ackerman Aviation Talladega 125, Thomas Myers leads the Cup class. He leads the field. He sat on the pole position. He leads Luke Smith, Dave Gilbert, as well as Chris Wheeler, as Tyler Rush has lost a ton of ground. He is running in that 5th position, slowly falling back. He very well may be trying to back up and get to Nate Johnson, maybe trying to get back together and push real hard for 2 or 3 laps, swapping positions to try to gain some time here as this second pack slowly begins to reel them in. Richard Mueller, Spaceball's 92 machine, he's going to go to the front of the pack down there on the bottom of the screen, right next to that double yellow line. How about Mueller out there tonight doing a fine job here? Still a very long way to go. There's still a lot of things that can go wrong. Ryan Mueller leads the Xfinity class, leads this second pack. Highest running truck class driver. There you can see that 127i Racing sponsored Chevy Silverado, piloted by Donald Kendrick, the newcomer in the field tonight, making a splash right here at Talladega Superspeedway. He runs 13th. 3 wide racing at the back of the pack as your Cup drivers motor around that high side. Ooh, pretty sight. Look at those drivers just motoring right on around, right on past. They're going to put everybody a lap down all the way up to Nate Johnson and Tyler Rush. They remain on the lead lap. Oh, Chris Wheeler may have lost the draft. He may be a sitting duck. We might have just 3 cars at the front of the field now as Thomas Myers, Luke Smith, Dave Gilbert trying to set sail. And Wheeler's having none of that. He's going to sniff the draft just a little bit more down the backstretch. Keep himself right there hanging with your top drivers. Will this help out this second pack? Now we're seeing these cars begin to get strung out a little bit as those Cup class drivers came by. Looks like Richard Ryan Mueller right there in the 92. He's able to keep a little bit of the draft, a little bit of the momentum, and get some of that Xfinity class rolling towards the front. Now we can begin to see Richard Mueller losing a little bit of touch with those front Cup class drivers that have begun to just absolutely set sail. When will they get up to the next group of drivers and put them a lap down? Nate Johnson, he's only got about 15 seconds before he's going to get put down a lap. Tyler Rush, a little bit more time to spare. We may see a round of green flag pit stops before then. That could very well save his race at this point in time in tonight's Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season chase race number 4 right here at Talladega Super Speedway. You're watching the Ackerman Aviation 125. Gonna jump around the track just a little bit. Still side-by-side racing action back here in this second pack. Jeffrey Ramsdell out there trying to get his 97 back towards the front of this second pack. He led this pack for just a handful of laps time. Justin Cross in that number 1 Nilla machine. Big push out of McCarthy in the 24. That's going to push Cross out in front. Willie dropped to the bottom of the speedway. McCarthy stays at the top. Looks like she's clear, but gonna stay to the top. William Klingbeil now clear. Now the 24 tries to follow the one down. Door's gonna close. 92 is there. Whoa, big moment as that one came back up to collect Kayla McCarthy once again and try that run to take over that inside lane. Big run through the corner there for Richard Mueller, and he'll take back that top spot. Big wiggle out of Elijah Travis, third car back on the inside lane. That Toyota Supra, the Rowdy Energy Super Machine, looked like it was a little bit squirrely through the corner. You can just look at these drivers, how focused they are on what's going on around them. Big time moment there. You can see the hands moving inside of the car. Out of that 51 of Elijah Travis, looks like he may be struggling a little bit with the handling tonight. Drivers to pit road, Nate Johnson, Tyler Rush. They're both going to break and head to pit road. That looks like a scheduled pit stop for both of those drivers. Maybe they've had some issues, I'm not quite sure. It looks like they said they've been on and off of pit road that quick. That is pretty amazing. Front of the field to pit lane. Thomas Myers, Dave Gilbert, Chris Wheeler, Luke Smith. That 4-car pack at the front. All the Cup drivers, they head to pit road. 3 Fords, 1 Chevy lead this field. A lot of drivers coming to pit road behind them. John Peterson, Adam Benefield, Donald Kendrick, Richard Crane, Tyler Ziegler. All to pit road this time by Jonathan Cross, Caleb McCarthy, Richard Mueller, William Klingbeil. Gitchell, Ramsdell, Travis Ayward, and Rush out on track. Caleb McCarthy with a big push to the back end of that Niller Nutter Butter number 1. Jonathan Cross and his Chevy Camaro has got a fast 24 right behind him. McCarthy with a big push. They're going to stay out, I do believe, one more time around. Nobody going to come to pit road in this second pack. There you can see some of the drivers that pitted with that first pack. Some of those truck class drivers losing a lot of time coming onto pit road, and now they are listed off of the lead lap. Even this second pack has passed quite a few. There you can see yet another one going down a lap. That's the 36 of Richard Crane. He'll get up to speed, rejoin the field, rejoin the race going into turn number 3. Unfortunately for Crane, he's not going to have any draft help for just a few moments. Lonely world out there for that 36 of Crane. Dave Gilbert took the lead of tonight's race on that round of green flag pit stops. With just about 2 minutes remaining here on the stopwatch before we cross that 60-minute threshold. If you haven't already, head on over to the YouTube side of things. Check out the chat. Go ahead while you're there. Give these drivers a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. But also put down in the chat. Gotta make it official. Gotta be in the YouTube chat. How many laps do you think these drivers are going to get in this hour and 25-minute race, this 85-minute timed event? Lap count, not of importance unless you're trying to win Dave's dollars up to $30 here this week. If nobody gets it correct, we'll roll it over. And I tell you what, we're going to add $10 more to it for the championship night. So we'll see. Anybody out there in the chat think they've got it right? Just about 60 seconds remaining for you to get your picks in. And I tell you what, looks like we don't have a lot of picks in here tonight. We've only got 4 in tonight. So I'm going to extend that for about 5 more minutes further. See if we can't get anybody else joined in. See if we can't get anybody else involved with this. Trying to walk away a little bit richer here. $30 from Dave's pocket. Everybody likes Dave's dollars. Still packed up like we've been all race long so far back here with this second pack of cars. Jonathan Cross, William Klingbeil, Kayla McCarthy, Richard Reimuller, Michael Gitchell, and Jeffrey Ramsdell still running with each other, passing each other, jockeying for positions, switching, flip-flopping spots, high side, low side. They get in line for a lap or two, then 2 or 3 of them break out to that outside lane. You can see the 83 of Klingbeil. He's trying to make up some time on that outside once again. It's not really going anywhere. Now a big push. Klingbeil may pull even with the one here. That 99 with a huge push on the tail end. Patrick Anderson, he said, I may be a lap or more down, but man, I can still get out here and run. Anderson listed 7 laps down, but a big push right there out of that 99. Almost got Klingbeil clear. Michael Hayward to pit road this time by. Lonely man to pit road all alone in his 43 Ford Mustang. That has got to be a rough feeling inside of the cockpit. Nobody else coming to pit road with you. Whew, that's tough. 25 minutes off the board, 60 more to go right here tonight in the Split Decisions Triple Threat 2021 season. That's right, it's the Turtle Shells sponsored the series here for Split Decisions Racing right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network each and every Friday night. Tune in next Friday night and we'll see who can snatch the championship. Second little pack all going to come to pit road. Oh, looks like we may have had one driver a little bit fast there. Looks like that 97 may have been a little bit quick on entry. We'll rejoin the race at the front of this field. Check out your race leaders. Dave Gilbert snatched the race lead away on that round of green flag pit stops. And there's Tyler Rush. Started out tonight's race looking very promising. Lost touch, making his way through some back markers. Now finds himself off the lead lap, 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. And that has got to be a tough situation for Tyler. 51 of Elijah Travis heads to pit road this time by. He'll lose the lead lap, put Travis one lap down. He'll sit in the lucky dog position for about a split second. Kevin Bernheimer, Tyler Rush, they'll both go by them. Bernheimer now listed as the first driver, one lap down. Your top four only drivers left on the lead lap. Dave Gilbert, Luke Smith, Thomas Myers, and Chris Wheeler lead tonight's Ackerman Aviation Talladega 125. And if you're Tyler Rush, this is kind of, whoa, big moment there. Woo, at 22 of Wheeler. Pulled out of line. Quick move right there. Tyler Rush going to go behind that 28 of Kevin Bernheimer now. And that's just where these two want to be. They are Cup class drivers, so they have the speed. They can stay right there. They've got to stay right there in case we do see, for some reason, the big one fly here tonight in a full course caution come out prior to that halfway point. We all know we're going to get a halfway break here in about another 10 to 15 minutes. So how hard do these drivers push? Do they try to keep any sort of tire strategy alive? Or does everybody just go ahead during the stage break and come and get 4 tires and fuel? Still a very long way to go. 56 minutes remaining in this 85-minute timed event. Gonna jump around just a little bit. There you can see Kayla McCarthy, 4th car in line. Running well here tonight. There you can see your race leaders at the front. Once again, Dave Gilbert, Luke Smith, Thomas Myers, Chris Wheeler still in tow. Tyler Rush listed as the first driver off of the lead lap. He sits right there behind your top drivers. Gilbert beginning to close in on some more back markers, put some more drivers down one lap. There you can see the 99 falling victim once again. Patrick Anderson gonna lose yet another lap. He'll be, I believe it's 9 laps down at this point in time. No, 8 laps down. Brendan Whitford, Patrick Gaspar, William Klingbeil gonna be on the list soon. Kevin Bernheimer in the 28 machine. He's going to head to pit road this time by. So Bernheimer going to drop through the point standings, drop through the speed charts. Elijah Travis and Kayla McCarthy going at it back and forth, battling for positions. McCarthy jumped to the outside. She looks to utilize a high side. Whoa, big push out of Ryan Mueller gets McCarthy all sorts of out of shape as they got ready to go 3 wide, and now they are 3 wide. McCarthy at the top, Ryan Mueller in the middle. Bottom lane gonna get going. They're gonna scoot away just a little bit here. Cup class driver on that high side. McCarthy decides to go with him. Elijah Travis now goes 3 wide in the middle. Richard Mueller right there once again all over the rear deck lid. Can he push another car towards the front? Three wide, still down on the bottom of the speedway. Patrick Anderson just sticking it to the bottom, trying to stay out of the way right here. Let this battle unfold between drivers, duking it out right here. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, all on the speedway. Throw a blanket over them. Highest running Xfinity class driver on that outside lane, running strong now. Elijah Travis has got that Rowdy Energy Toyota Supra running strong, looking to drop to the bottom now. Yes, going to drop right in front of Jonathan Cross. That's going to leave Richard Mueller on the high side with Kayla McCarthy closing in behind him. Not much to say about the front of the field, except we have seen drivers separate themselves. A few of your Cup class drivers with some trouble. Nate Johnson has had more issues. He is back onto pit road, losing even more time, losing even more laps here tonight. Nate Johnson with some trouble. Kevin Bernheimer off of the pace as well, running in 15th. 2 laps down here tonight. So Bernheimer is watching the door close on his championship hopes. Richard Mueller right there trying to keep his hopes alive. He's going to try to get up there and take back control over the Xfinity class. Elijah Travis with the line of cars in tow. They'll go around the back markers. There is a handful of trucks, 2 more packed up with each other right here. That is the 53 and the 36. Tyler Ziegler and Richard Crane, they'll fall a little further behind. This pack now is your top 3 clear and go to the bottom. Jonathan Cross goes to the high, so oh, they touch. And 3 wide now, and Cross gets turned. Cross gets turned down to the bottom of the speedway. He goes, my gosh. Big moment there. Let's watch that one more time. There you can see the 48 trying to go to the middle, and it looks like the one just didn't know he was not clear. We'll take it back one more time. What do you say? There you can see right in the middle clear, and looks like they catch just a little. How about Elijah Travis? Oh my gosh. That was a very close moment as well for Elijah Travis. Look, whoop, right across the nose. Never had to check up. Luckily for him, we'll rejoin the field once again. Back towards the front, Elijah Travis has lost the lead to that Xfinity class to Kayla McCarthy. The Texas Roadhouse 24 now has that top spot on the bottom right. Mueller looks to go 3 wide as Gilbert hits the wall. Cup class drivers coming around to lap the field, and Gilbert scrapes that outside wall. Luke Smith, Thomas Myers right there in tow. 3-car breakaway at the front of the field as Chris Wheeler has dropped 10 seconds from this lead pack. We have got an absolute barn burner between just 3 drivers now before that Cup class. An overall race win. Top running Cup class drivers, Dave Gilbert, Luke Smith, Thomas Myers. There you can see them, all 3 of them lined up with each other. All 3 Ford Mustangs. They lead this field by over 12 seconds, and they have since put a lot of drivers, not just 1, but 2 laps down. Kayla McCarthy running in 6th, right there behind Dave Gilbert. They have utilized that draft to stay right here with these Cup cars. Sitting 2 laps down. 2 laps down, and we are not even to the halfway point here. These Xfinity class cars struggling quite a bit, and ever since that round of green flag pit stops, the truck class drivers they have fallen to the wayside as well, losing multiple laps here tonight. Truck class drivers sitting 3 to 4 laps down here to your race leader, the 10 of Luke Smith. And how about McCarthy? Once those Cup drivers had that moment on the outside lane, she was able to utilize their trouble to her advantage. 3 wide now as that 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdell, one of those Xfinity class drivers. He's going to break up the party. He's going to slot himself right behind Dave Gilbert, as Gilbert has lost a little bit of ground to Luke Smith and Thomas Myers. And where do you want to be if you're Gilbert? Do you want to be right here leading a train of Xfinity cars, or are they actually slowing him down? There you can see 3 seconds off in front is Luke Smith and Thomas Myers, and it looks like that gap beginning to grow. So Dave Gilbert with these Xfinity cars in tow, losing time, not gaining. Not a lot of battles for position on the speedway. Top 2 drivers, Luke Smith, Thomas Myers, that is one of your closest battles. They are just nose to tail, though, logging laps here at Talladega Superspeedway. Dave Gilbert, Chris Wheeler, 3rd and 4th on track. Tyler Rush sits back in 5th, and it is a long way back to Tyler Rush. He is almost in danger of going 2 laps down. And that is that's a Cup class driver. In the top 5. Gonna go a 2nd lap down before the halfway break. That is an just amazing pace being shown out of that 10 and 77 front of the field. Luke Smith, Thomas Myers run head to toe. Nose to tail. Head to toe. Oh my gosh. The things I say sometimes are just astonishing. And absolutely Dave Gilbert losing a ton of ground with this long train of Xfinity cars packed up behind him. And caution comes out on the speedway. Doesn't look like there's any incidents. That's our halfway stage break. Everybody gonna cool the tires on down. Maybe have a little strategy talk here, as things got quite mixed up here. Gotta see what Tyler Rush does. He should get himself back on the lead lap. So the caution finally coming out very well may save the day for that 27's shot at walking away with a checkered flag here tonight in the Ackerman Aviation 125 right here from Talladega Superspeedway. And as the field catches the pace car as they get set for their round of pit stops, we are going to take a brief commercial break. Pay a few bills, pay a few sponsors. You know how that goes. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
racers. Get the most horsepower from your great engine with Profabrication Headers and Exhaust. Profabrication Headers and Exhaust is an official partner of the American Crate All-Star Series and used by winning racers such as Dylan Brown, Logan Robertson, Carson Ferguson, Christian Hanger, Cody Overton, and Eli Beats. Profabrication Headers and Exhaust, just a click of a mouse away at profabrication.com. Quality that wins. Get yours at profabrication.com.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
trying to get this thing working. Mike finally coming back to you. Back here as we are single file with Luke Smith with a great pit stop. He'll take control over the restart. Everybody single file. Pace car down and away. Lead lap cars are at least single file. Staggered start. Delaware start. Here on the asphalt. Into the restart zone and wait for it, Green flag flies. Once again here at Talladega Super Speedway in the Ackerman Aviation. Talladega 1:25, 35 minutes left on the stopwatch. We'll give you a little cheat code one more time. Let's see if anybody is close. Let's see if anybody's close to winning Dave's dollars right here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 53 laps in the board. 50 minutes into tonight's race. How many more can they get in? I don't think I'm going to hit the mark. I don't think they're going to get to 100. Ramsdell and Elijah Travis looking pretty with their picks for Dave's dollars. 87 and 95 laps out there on the board. Looks like Jamal Travis saying 103 with Lori Travis chiming in the chat with 98 laps. I'm not sure. Top four take off from the field. Elijah Travis with control over the Xfinity class. How about Tyler Rush? What has happened? He's got to come to pit road this time. Big moment there for Tyler Rush. He's going to lose a ton of track time. Back with the battle with the Xfinity class. Elijah Travis has Caleb McCarthy slotted in right behind him. Richard Reimuller, Michael Gitchell, and the one of Jonathan Cross all right there, nose to tail. Adam Benefield trying to stay right there with his number 9 truck. He's got himself a little bit of an advantage over his fellow competitors in the truck class. Benefield running in the 10th position as they go around the track. Lap number 55 now on the board. Benefield 2 laps down like the rest of the truck class, except for Brendan Whitford being listed 4 laps down after some trouble here in the first half of tonight's race. Will Benefield be able to separate himself and somehow get a little more breathing room over the rest of those truck class drivers? Richard Crane sits back in 16th. He is quite a ways back, to be exact, over 12 seconds it looks like on the track back from Adam Benefield. So it's going to take a lot to change the truck class standings right now as they run that 9 of Benefield sits in 11th. Kayla McCarthy going to go back to the top of the Xfinity class. She leads Jonathan Cross, Elijah Travis, and Richard Remuller around this track here. Just 4 drivers left on the lead lap. 32 minutes left to go. A 5-car train of Xfinity drivers all going to get nose to tail. They'll begin to log some laps here. Kayla McCarthy in that 24 leads this pack. They do have a truck class driver with them. There you can see that 9 of Adam Benefield. He's trying to stay right there, trying to stay tucked up in that draft, because it is a long ways back, over 6 seconds back on the track to get to his next help, and that will be the 28 of Kevin Bernheimer in the truck class. And that truck class driver is not going to be able to keep up with the Cup Series car that Bernheimer has got. Even if Bernheimer's got some damage, he is not going to be able to keep up with the horsepower difference Richard Crane has some trouble. Crane with some trouble. He's on the pit road. And oh no, hood up and they're behind pit wall already. That 36 of Richard Crane has trouble late in tonight's race with just about 30 minutes remaining on the stopwatch. Crane gonna fall through the points charts. '97 of Jeffrey Ramsdell looks to the outside trying to get something going, but he is all alone. It's going to be hard pressed to get anything going out there on that outside lane on the high side all by yourself. But look at Ramsdell, slowly but surely he is starting to click off a position here, a position there. McCarthy going to jump to the high side, block the run. Ramsdell going to look to go to the bottom, and McCarthy covers. She keeps control over this second pack and over that Xfinity class. '43 of Michael Hayward going down yet another lap. That Xfinity class Ford Mustang has had some trouble all night here at Talladega Superspeedway. As he goes by, it almost sounds like he's down on some power, down the cylinder possibly in that 23 machine, because even when the pack comes around, it is very tough for him to keep in touch, keep in tow with those drivers. Maybe he can stay right there with Adam Benefield. We'll look right here. Benefield was able to get himself in front of that 43 of Hayward, but I'm not sure it's going to help either one of them. Benefield's going to lose just a little bit of ground as he falls back into the clutches now of that 43 Ford Mustang piloted by Michael Hayward. Ackerman Aviation Group right on that hood. Big time shout out to them for all they've done all season long here in the Split Decisions Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Benefield able to stay in tow with Michael Gitchell, and that's actually going to benefit Michael Hayward quite a bit. He's going to be able to stay in tow as well. So off pace, able to grab a hold of a draft and try to see if he can gain some type of points out of tonight's race, trying to improve what he can. There you can see heavy damage. Oh my gosh. Heavy damage on the right side of that 43 Ford Mustang. Michael Hayward, he's been into the outside wall at least one pretty good time. Gonna stay right here for just a brief moment. Let's look around the track if we can. Not really seeing any battles out there, so we will stay right here. Caleb McCarthy leads Jeffrey Ramsdell, Jonathan Cross, Elijah Travis, Richard Reimuller right there in 9-10 places. Michael Gitchell, Adam Benefield running in 11th. Kevin Bernheimer also back there running in 28. His Cup machine has been able to make up a lot of ground there. You can see him already going to the high side. He's going to look to go around that 43 of Michael Hayward, also go around that 9 of Adam Benefield, and he looks to head to the front all by himself to the high side. Look at the horsepower difference right here on display. I mean, you can see it. He is just powering around the outside all alone. 48 went to the outside trying to sniff a little bit out of the draft and figured out, nah, I can't stay with him. Elijah Travis not afraid to jump out there. That 51 Rowdy Energy Toyota Supermobile 1 machine looks to the high side. He'll look for some drafting help. Here comes Ryan Mueller. The 48 gonna join him. Two side by side, 3 rows deep now. Drivers jockeying for position, trying to sniff some of the draft off of that Ford Mustang Cup car just off in front of them. Which one can do it? Now he's going to jump to the high side. He's playing a little pull the line along. Check that out. That's pretty cool little move there by that 28 machine of Kevin Bernheimer, pulling both of these packs of Xfinity cars forward by jumping from one line to the next. He'll now look to the bottom of the speedway. Caleb McCarthy going to stay right behind him as that outside run begins to fall to the wayside. The 51 of Elijah Travis still has Richard Mueller in tow. That is 8th and 10th on the speedway as they stay on that high side. Looks like iRacing saying we're going to get about 24 laps. Oh, big moment there for Travis and Richard Mueller. They almost had contact, almost into the outside wall. That's going to break up that outside run. Whoa, close moment. Elijah Travis almost into the side of Adam Benefield. My gosh, that was yeah. I don't know how they didn't touch. Kayla McCarthy with a push from that 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdale. She's been able to keep this line of Xfinity cars right there, hugging the tail end of that draft coming off of the 28 of Kevin Bernheimer. That is a Cup class driver, and there you can see just how close they are. They are right there running with them. We have passed the 60-minute threshold. We are counting down the minutes, just 23 minutes remaining here tonight in Split Decision Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season championship race number 4 here at Talladega Super Speedway. You're watching the Talladega 125, brought to you by Ackerman Aviation Group. Whoa, big moment there for Ryan Mueller. He got all sorts of out of shape. 6 car in line right there behind that 48 of Michael Gitchell. Not much to say about the front of this field. We will remind you, though. Let's head up here once again with your race leaders. All 4 of your Cup cars, nose to tail, around the track. Luke Smith, Thomas Myers, Dave Gilbert, Chris Wheeler. Continue this Ford front. Chris Wheeler, the only bow tie around, only Cup car around that is not a Ford at the front of this field. He looks to try to spoil that party. He'll stay tucked up and in line. And what do you do if you're Chris Wheeler? Do you really try to jump out there? Do you think one of those Fords is going to be willing to push you? Or are they going to be more loyal to the manufacturer? Or are they going to try to push you and then leave you to the wayside? Like, so many different things cross drivers' minds coming to the end of these races, especially restrictor plate races. When can I time the run? Do I have enough time to make that run work? As your leaders go back around some of these back markers, That's the 36, I believe. No, that is not the 36. That's the 9 of Adam Benefiel. He's going to go down yet a third lap here, running in the 12th position. Drivers all the way up to 5th, listed at least 2 laps down. As your race leader, Luke Smith, Thomas Myers, Dave Gilbert, Chris Wheeler. This 4-pack of cars, they continue to put cars multiple laps down. They'll begin to close in. I believe on Elijah Travis next, going to be the next driver to go 3 laps down here tonight. He's got himself a little bit of time, a little bit of distance in between them. There you can see that second pack right there, still being led by Kayla McCarthy as she still tries to follow that 28 of Kevin Bernheimer. And Bernheimer doing all he can to try to salvage a good finish here tonight. Not sure that is going to be something that he's going to be able to accomplish. Very, very tough to go at it here tonight. I'll tell you what, one more time for you. Why don't we see if we can't get rid of that? Throw that up for you. Lap 71 on the board here tonight. And it looks like iRacing is saying we've got 19, possibly 20 laps to go. So 71 plus 20. We're going to hit right around that 91 mark. So Jeffrey Ramsdell, Elijah Travis, your eyes peeled. Lori Travis, you may have got this one as well. Very close guesses by all 3 of those YouTube viewers. We'll see if either any of those 3 are able to get it, or if Dave's Dollars rolls over to the final night, to the championship night. Next week at Kansas Speedway, under the lights, it's going to be a Friday night showdown. Fireworks gonna fly for sure. We'll raise 4 championship trophies next week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with Split Decisions Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Dave Gilbert's gonna lead those draws. Oh! Wheeler with a huge moment. That 22 almost had some big time problems. 2 and 3 wide now, mixing it up big time. Wheeler has trouble, and he's got an Xfinity car driver packed up with him now. That's going to leave just 3 drivers at the front, 2 drivers at the front, really, as Dave Gilbert has lost a little bit of ground there. He begins to make it back up. Bernheimer and Wheeler, they're going to team up. That looks like they're going to charge their way away from that Xfinity class pack. And indeed, they are already a 4, almost 5 car length advantage as more of these Cup cars link back up at the front of this field. Less than 20 minutes remaining on the clock. 1 hour and 7 minutes on the stopwatch out of an hour and 25 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. When will these drivers go for it? When will they lay it on the line? Still quite a long ways to go, about 18 minutes or so before we see the checkered flag fly. Will these drivers be able to put the rest of this field down yet another lap? Your top 4 has everybody 3 laps down here tonight. That is craziness. And as we do reach the final few minutes, the final few laps here tonight, if you haven't already, race fans, go ahead, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are the dedicated fan, friend, or family, possibly even one of the sponsors stopping through, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Help us with the push to 2,000 subscribers. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your friends' family. Come on over and check out some great racing action right here each and every night, 7 days a week on the Turn 3 Racing Network, your place for everything e-speed. Gonna jump back to this one real fast if I can. Let's go back here with Kayla McCarthy. She continues to lead Jeffrey Ramsdale, Jonathan Cross, Richard Mueller, Michael Gitchell, and Elijah Travis. All right there, nose to tail, running with each other. All 5 make that, I believe that's 5, possibly 6. Is indeed 6 cars all the way back to Elijah Travis. All running with each other. That is pretty much your entire Xfinity class running with each other right now from 6th on back. That Texas Roadhouse 24. McCarthy looks to try to seal the deal on her chance for a championship trophy. Running well tonight. I think she's going to have herself quite a shot at it. She sits in the top 3 overall. She sits in the top spot in the Xfinity class. She's looking to extend that and walk away with 1, maybe 2 trophies at the end of next week. Next Friday night's race at Kansas Speedway under the lights. Lead pack gonna come to pit road. Luke Smith, Myers, Gilbert, and Wheeler all come down to bring that 28 of Kevin Bernheimer down to pit road with them. 15 minutes now remaining in tonight's 85-minute timed event right here in Split Decision Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season chase race number 4 right here at Talladega Super Speedway, brought to you by Ackerman Aviation. You're watching the Talladega 125. Donald Kendrick has got some trouble and he is on pit road. Gonna stick and stay right here for the time being. Things are gonna start to heat up at this front of the field. We'll head back up there here in just a brief moment. Want to let these drivers complete the round of green flag pit stops. Caleb McCarthy, Jeffrey Ramsdale, Jonathan Cross, Richard Mueller, they all have to come to pit road at least one more time. Your race leaders at the front, your Cup class drivers, they have already been to pit road. Handful of other drivers behind them have already been to pit road. The truck class leader, Adam Benefiel, he has been to pit road for his final service in tires. When will this group of 6 come to pit road? And peeling off the speedway and coming to pit road, Caleb McCarthy leads a big pack of drivers on the brakes. You could hear them. You could see the puffs of smoke. Did they get it? Whoa, down enough. Pit road penalty at this point in time, not something you need. How about Elijah Travis? He did not come to pit road. He's going to stay out for yet another lap. All by himself, no draft help. I'm not quite so sure that's the way that 51 planned this to end up. So with that being said, we will jump back to the front of this field. Look at this. It is a two-car breakaway. Luke Smith, Chris Wheeler. They have set sail on Thomas Myers and Dave Gilbert. Myers was your pole sitter here tonight with a 51.71. The fast time in qualifying for that 77 of Thomas Myers. Now running in the third spot, 2.7, almost 3 seconds back from these top two runners right here. Luke Smith, Chris Wheeler battling it out with just about 11 minutes left on the stopwatch here tonight. And you know, we touched on it for just a brief moment in the pre-race. Ryan Johnson, tiny horse, a 38 machine. You're used to seeing that Taz Motorsports driver week in, week out. He's fast pretty much everywhere we've been. Walked into tonight's race, sitting as your overall points leader. Leading that Cup class. He did not have a chance to get to the Speedway, is not in tonight's race, will not receive any points. Will he still have a chance? Will he still have a shot at that championship when we get to Kansas Speedway next Friday night? Check it off on your calendars, 8:25 Eastern. We go live. Once again, under the lights next Friday night, championship night for Split Decision Racing's Turtle Shells Triple Threat. Looking at the stopwatch, Thomas Myers, Dave Gilbert, they are closing. Gap was over 2 seconds, now down to 1.5 seconds and closing even more. Here comes the 77 in the 7. There you can see them. They are tucked up. They've got some help. I believe that is the 28 of Kevin Bernheimer. So the 3-car pack moving a little quicker. Bernheimer going to jump to the outside. Let Myers and Gilbert push each other. Just under 10 minutes, 9, right at about... Well, what is that? Right at about 8 minutes now remaining. iRacing saying 8 more laps. Let's give you guys your cheat sheet look one more time. Let you check in on your guess for Dave's Dollars here tonight. Who's going to walk away with it? Will anybody guess it right? Sitting on lap number 85 here tonight. We've got ourselves at least another 8 laps to go here, so... Ooh, it's gonna get pretty close. Lap number 93 to 95. I believe in Elijah Travis. You may have hit this one. You may have got the jackpot. We'll see if you walk away with those 30 Dave's Dollars at the end of tonight's official race distance. Throw the timing and scoring back up there for you on the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along just like we do here in the production booth. And as we click off these final few minutes, 7 minutes to be exact left on the stopwatch. If you haven't already, race fans, head on over. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell. Most importantly, drop these drivers that thumbs up. Lets them know you like, love, and appreciate each and everything they've done, not just here tonight, but all season long, all the great racing action that they have provided all season long. And, well, give them a little encouragement. Toss these drivers a thumbs up. Myers still with a push from Gilbert, still trying to make up some time and get back to Luke Smith and Chris Wheeler. Time is ticking. Time is closing. Gap less than 1 second. Now they are on their way. Man, this is going to be close, and this is going to be a big run that Thomas Myers and Dave Gilbert have. They cannot fool around with it when they get it. I think they're going to catch them going into turn number 3, possibly coming off of turn 4, and they've just got to go. And Kayla McCarthy has trouble. Oh, no. What has happened to Kayla McCarthy? Oh, my. Real quick look at the replay. Let's check and see what happened with McCarthy. This looks like off of the front end of a Truck Series driver, and McCarthy goes around. We'll jump back to the front, though. Back to this battle with Thomas Myers. There's Dave Gilbert. They look to the high side. Myers pulls even with the 22 of Wheeler. They've got Bernheimer outside. The 10 tries the block. Not going to get there in time. 77 of Thomas Myers. He's going to take that top spot. Going into turn 3, he'll look to drop down the elevator down to the bottom. Ooh, Gilbert tried, not clear. How about the run back to the front for Thomas Myers, your pole sitter here tonight? They were over 2.5 seconds back after that round of green flag pit stops. Him and Dave Gilbert, although separated now, they made up that ground, and he made the pass, made the move, dropped to the bottom when he could. Just about 4 minutes remaining here tonight. The Talladega 125 brought to you by the Ackerman Aviation Group. Myers leads the field on the bottom. One hour, 22 minutes now on the stopwatch. Less than 3 minutes remain here from Talladega Superspeedway. Myers looks to the high side. He'll go around the 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdell. Ramsdell sitting in 10th. McCarthy trying to recover after a late race caution. Adam Benefiel also has some trouble here. Tough break for both of those drivers as they'll fall through the point standings. Benefiel now back sitting in the 14th position. Here comes a run. Luke Smith looks to the high side. He's got help from that 7 of Dave Gilbert. Looks like the 28 of Bernheimer kind of staying out of it. No, he's going to come up into the mix. Which lane does he choose to go with? Will the 28 of Kevin Bernheimer driver sitting 3 laps down in a lucky dog position? Will he have the most influence over the end of tonight's race? iRacing saying one more lap. I say we're gonna have at least one more after this. Still just a little under 2 minutes remaining. Driver's gonna have enough time to get back at least one more time around. I tell you what, Elijah Travis, you are so close. Let's check it out. 93 laps on the board right now in Elijah Travis's Dave's Dallas pick. 95 laps. Uh-oh. I believe he's going to get that right. Looks like Elijah Travis will win Dave's Dollars here tonight. Thomas Myers all over the speedway. Top to, oh, in trouble. Trouble with Gilbert, and I believe that was Chris Wheeler. The 7 and the 22 caught up with each other. White flag, final lap here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway. Luke Smith leads Thomas Myers. Kevin Bernheimer lap down machine. He's going to fall to the wayside. Who's got what it takes to take the checkered flag here and take the overall win, the class win? Oh my. Got lap traffic coming into play. The 92 of Ryan Mueller went to the top side for a moment. Ryan Mueller trying to get by Cross. That's a battle for the top Xfinity spot. Run just not going to be there for Thomas Myers. Looks like he's going to fall just short here tonight as we cross the line, this time by checkered flag. No, white flag out this time by one more time around, race fans. Thomas Myers has got one more shot to try to get this job done. Looks to the inside. Luke Smith not covering the bottom at all. He's leaving that door wide open. He's going to drop to the bottom now. They'll stay side by side into 3 and 4. Smith gonna give up the ground. And oh my, just like that, there was no battle for that race lead. Oh, and it looks like race was already over. We've got drivers to pit road. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to take a moment to figure this one out. The 10 of Luke Smith going to cross the line. There is the checkered flag waving. Thomas Myers came to pit road. Not quite sure what that was about. We'll check in with that lap count real quick, if we can. We'll have to get word from officials. As we've got drivers getting themselves ready to go and hit the post-race interviews. We're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Talladega 125, brought to you by Ackerman Aviation Group. Let's see if we can't catch in and have a few words with some of our class winners here tonight from Talladega. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a few words with the fresh face here tonight in the Truck Series. Driver inside of that 16 truck, John Peterson. Is Dave in the booth? You got a copy? Hey, how you doing after a great run here, walking away with the truck class win at Talladega?
I'm doing great. Certainly a eventful race, to say the least. Definitely behind the 8 ball most of the race, the last half of the race. But fast truck.
Well, tell us just a little bit. How difficult is it to keep those trucks wound up enough to stay in the draft and stay with the pace of those Xfinity cars?
Well, I found off of the stage break, I had the issue of I got involved in a little wreck and a caution come out, and I got like 20 seconds behind the leader, and the leader was like pent up with the Xfinity car, so I was kind of behind the 8 ball from like the 45-minute mark. But yeah, it's pretty hard to stay with them. I mean, you really have to stay up next to them at all times, and maybe not necessarily bump draft with them, but certainly stay really, really close to their bumper.
Absolutely. Well, John, I do want to say congratulations on your debut here tonight, walking away with the truck class win. And with that being said, would you like to give me shout outs, thank yous, love yous? Not your first race? I think it's no? Yes, no?
I was in this broadcast booth like at Daytona, my guy.
Were you? Why is your number showing up different? It should be blue. See, computer technology, it just never works right. Never works right. Well, my apologies there, Mr. Peterson. Your second time in the booth then at a restrictor plate, so I guess you got that part figured out.
But no, I couldn't do this without all the turtle shell racing crew. We had amazing pit stops. We somehow fixed an entire side door in under a second, so impressive job there. Lovable critters. I don't know if you have a girlfriend, wife, anyone that wants a crocheted animal, kid. I recommend going to etsy.com/lovable critters using hashtag code Gambit GAMBIT for 12.5% off your order. That had fire alarm services on the hood this week, and they're always fun to have on board. But yeah. Oh yeah. Also, thank you to all the admins and all the sponsors that fund this league.
All right, John. Well, again, my man, congratulations on the truck class win, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you again next week at Kansas for the championship night.
Heck yeah, I look forward to it.
All right, there you have it. That was the 16 of John Peterson back to victory lane here. My apologies. Looks like technology not quite working with us, but Peterson back to victory lane at a restrictor plate once again, and that is going that is going to move us right on along. Let's see if we can't catch up and have a few words with the driver that walked away with the Xfinity class win here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up that one of Jonathan Cross. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Dave, I got a copy.
Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after a long race, a long night, but walking away with that top spot in the Xfinity class?
Yeah, kind of got lucky there. The Cup cars passed the start-finish line, lapped us, and we was coming to the white flag, and it flipped over to checkers as soon as they passed. And Rich had a run on the outside, and them 3 Cup cars shot to the outside of us, battling for the win, and came down right in front of me, and I sucked up to their draft. So you gotta have some luck here at Talladega.
Absolutely. Talladega, one of those crapshoots, so to speak, a roll of the dice. And sometimes it just pays to be in the right spot at the right time at these restrictor plate tracks. And fortunately enough for you and that one crew, I mean, you ran strong all night, Jonathan, but right there at the right time at the end of tonight's race, gonna walk away with the class win. Before we let you go and celebrate, though, would you like to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
I'd like to thank Dave and everybody who helps put this on. I was just talking to Luke, waiting, and it's kind of new to me. I wasn't like fully on fire about this league once I got them few races in. But once you get to know some of the guys and stuff, and you can work together and you get respect off guys in here. Actually, it's a super fun league to run in.
Absolutely, man. It's super fun to sit here and watch all the crazy action unfold week after week. I mean, you guys mix it up all over the track week in and week out. A little rough go this season for you, but now starting to turn around a little bit. You get to put a check mark next to that win column. So, again, congratulations with that. And before we let you go, anybody else left to thank out there on that one crew?
Not really. I like Nella Wafers and Nutter Butters, so we'll give them a shout out. And shout out to Kayla and Jeff. We worked pretty good together tonight there until I think Kayla got turned and kind of messed up a little bit of strategy, but it worked out for me anyhow.
Absolutely. Well, Jonathan, congratulations on the class win, and we'll see if we can catch up with you again next week, championship night at Kansas.
Thanks for the good broadcasting too. It's a joy to watch.
Oh man, the pleasure is all mine. You give me an easy job.
See you next week.
All right, there's the final few words from your Xfinity class winner, driver who, well, he just openly admitted he loves Nilla Wafers and Nutter Butter. So there they are on that Chevy Camaro. Jonathan Cross takes the Xfinity class win. There you can see driver slotted in right beside him inside of that tin machine. That is Luke Smith out of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Let's see if we can't dial him up, have a few words. Luke, it's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Oh, hey, man, a little bit of a move there towards the end of the race to snatch that race lead, and it worked out for you. How you feeling?
Oh my goodness, I feel so good. It's been a while since I've been here in the booth. I had trouble finding the waiting room, but we're here. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what happened the last few laps there. It's kind of all a blur.
Well, man, you threw me off a little bit here tonight. Typically, we see you out there crushing it in that Crush Orange machine. Tell us a little bit about the change of paint and what that was all about here tonight.
So I run this scheme on the super speedway in the super speedways because we run the next gen cars, and this is the scheme that I put on the car when they first released the next gens, and it was Mental Health Awareness Month at the time, and I know that personally I've had my own battles with mental health problems, and there's people in my life that have had issues with it, and just want it to be out there that there's people out there that support others.
Absolutely. Well, my man, that's something that hits close to home as well for me with my daughter and things of that nature. So there's always somebody out there listening, always somebody willing to give a helping hand. I commend you and a big tip of the cap for running that paint scheme here tonight and getting it in victory lane. Great photo opportunities for the sponsors on board. But let's look into next week. Your biggest rival so far this season, not here tonight. Not sure what that's going to mean for the championship standings, but how are you feeling going into Kansas? Do you think you're going to walk away with the 2 trophies?
Well, I know that coming into this race, me and Ryan were both locked into the final 4. So I came into this race telling myself I'm going to win. I'm going to give myself some momentum. Going into Kansas, it's one of my best tracks. And all I can say is I don't know if I'm going to come out with both the trophies, but I'm sure going to try my best to come out on top and race Ryan as best I possibly can.
Well, we absolutely know you will. Luke, congratulations once again on yet another win this season. We'll see if you can't repeat that next week at Kansas. But for the time being, before we let you go and celebrate, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody else on that 10?
First off, I want to give a shout out to Dave for putting on this league, and then also you, Dave, for putting on this nice broadcast. It's always nice to go back and watch it, see all the fun stuff that goes on during the race that I don't always get to see. And once again, I'd like to thank the sponsors on the car, the Mental Health Awareness Month stuff on there, just getting the word out there and all that stuff, and the usual Orange Crush. You know, you always got to be crushing it with the Orange Crush. And I think that's everyone.
All right, my man. Well, we'll see if you can't, we'll see what you can't get done there at Kansas next week. We'll look forward to talking and checking in with you once again.
Thank you.
There you have it. Final words from Luke Smith, looking forward to championship night next week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Championship night at Kansas Speedway. Luke Smith gonna battle for not just the Cup championship, but the overall championship as well. Well, that's pretty much going to do it. That's pretty much all she wrote here from Talladega Super Speedway. What a race it was. Had a little bit of calamity towards the end of tonight's race. Drivers having some issues and some troubles, but still nonetheless, great race all night long. You can hear producers already hitting those buttons. You know what that means. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial
I was just on another
race results for tonight's chase race number 4 in the split decision Turtle Shells Triple Threat 2021 season. Luke Smith walks away with the overall and Cup class win. Thomas Myers, Chris Wheeler, Dave Gilbert, and Kevin Bernheimer round out your top 5. Jonathan Cross gonna cross the line in 6th, and he'll take the Xfinity class win. Richard Mueller right behind him in the 92, the 48 of Michael Gitchell right there in 8th, 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdale back in 9th, rounding out your top 10 here tonight, the 51 of Elijah Travis. 24 of Kayla McCarthy's Texas Roadhouse Machine had some trouble late race. She goes for a ride. She'll walk away in 11th with championship still alive next week at Kansas Speedway. We'll have to see if McCarthy can turn it around. 83 of William Klingbeil gonna walk away in 12th and back in victory lane once again for the truck class. The 16 of John Peters. 43 of Michael Edward walking away in 14th, 15th spot goes to Adam Benefield. Brendan Whitfield walking away from the track in the 131 back in 6th. Patrick Anderson gonna finish tonight's race back in 17th. 18th goes to Tyler Ziegler. 19th on track tonight belongs to Nate Johnson. Richard Crane gonna finish back in 20th. 21st goes to Tyler Rush, Patrick Gaspar, and Donald Kendrick round out tonight's running order. With that being said, race fans, we're going to begin to roll up some cords and get ready to head cross country for championship night next week, 8:25 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, join us in the push to 2,000 subscribers. Give these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So while you're here, while you're at it, toss these drivers a thumbs up. And until next time, my friends, we will meet you in Turn 3.